This is the view from the top of one of John Payne's cranes. Way down below, you can see the dizzying dance of a bridge deck being picked up and placed precisely between its abutments on a trail in the Adirondacks. Not bad for a company that started in Bainbridge with a combination of vision and luck in 1970.
When I first came to work here in 1989, he was telling me how he got started in the crane business. He had a dump truck backhoe going around at that time.
John's friend and office manager, Chick Darling.
But at the power plant below town here, it was a coal burning plant, and they had their own old, what they call a lattice boom crane for their coal pile. And they were switching over or not using coal for a while, so they put it up for bid. And he said, I threw a bid in, and he said, I got it. And he said, I never owned a crane, never ran a crane, didn't know much about a crane. I've seen them. But he said, within a month after I owned it and got it up and running well and things, they had a big explosion up at the Borden plant, and I was there over a month cleaning that up with that crane, so I paid for it real quick. More
and bigger cranes followed, and the jobs grew in size and complexity. Countless buildings supported by beams from nearby Unilam, Chobani's stainless steel cylinders rising from the western bank of the Etsilik, and drilling rigs all across the Pennsylvania gas fields. As the crane business grew, John kept an eye open for new opportunities. He found one in 1994.
One day he went over to the courthouse, came back and said, I just bought the diner downtown. So I said, what? Why? He said, well, my boys have to have someplace to get coffee, and he says it's going to go to somebody, so I figured I'd buy it. So now we have Bob's Diner, which is also very successful.
Last year, the most recent acquisition, a perfect fit with the crane business, Guilford-based Dexheimer Building Movers, now busy lifting flood-prone houses onto higher foundations. Along the way, John finds time to build floats for the Memorial Day Parade, lead the Bainbridge Chamber of Commerce, and launch the new Reunite Bainbridge Committee. But he's most proud of the paychecks he's signed over the years to literally hundreds of employees of the businesses he had the vision to create or rescue.
What I've noticed with John over the years is he has infinite vision. He sees potential that most people probably wouldn't. I just think that the Chamber made a wise decision over there in Norwich that they picked him in that's well deserving of this, and I'm sure he's going to be honored to receive that award.
Watching a Westcott Electric crew at a job site is almost like watching a professional sports team. Coordinated activity and economy of movement, plus more than 50 years of combined experience, made quick work of supplying power to this barn in Plymouth, even though it involved a lot more than just working with wires.
Well, we've worked together for Caleb has worked for me for 10 years, and Scotty Barnes has worked for his father and I since he was a young teenager, so he's got 10 years experience too. So as far as that, and Ben's my latest addition. He's worked here a couple years, and so yeah, we do work well together. Each guy knows what the next one's supposed to be doing.
He treats his employees really good. He makes sure when he gets his customer service calls that he takes them, not his employees, so that they can have a weekend with their family, and then he's out all hours of the night. So that's another reason that makes him a good guy.
Monty started from scratch 19 years ago after working for another local contractor.
First big job we did was the Smyrna School project, when they changed that from schools and converted that to apartments for CHIPS.
Now, Westcott Electric's service area extends far beyond Chenango County. For example, as the installer of ATM lighting for NBT Bank, each dot on this map represents a past or future Westcott job. The same goes for the Morabito gas station and convenience store chain, Preferred Mutual, Bailey Lumber. The list goes on and on.
He does a lot of work for some of the big companies around here, and they keep him on because he always is telling them a better way of doing it, or a less expensive way of doing it, or a faster way of doing it. You know, sometimes they don't care how much it costs to get it done in a certain time, and he's there.
Last but not least, community service. 3 summers ago, when we were building the new Commerce Chenango offices, look who showed up to work for free. Not long before, Monty was on the team of volunteers who transformed this park and the one across the street.
There was a lot of donations from a lot of great people that put those parks together. From Dave Ring at CV Electric, he orchestrated a lot of that, and Tom Jensen, Tom Mealy, to Mike Sanner, to my guys, for all the facilities that they have in the parks. There's a lot of underground electric that nobody sees. There's miles and miles of wire and pipe under those parks.
One of the reasons I got involved so much with the community is because, watching him and watching everything thrive, that he's a great role model that way.